Imagine this. You run a mobile food truck and one of your Instagram posts goes viral. You wake up the next morning and you all of a sudden have 10,000 new followers. You basically hit the social media jackpot. Now, what do you do? Today, I speak with Raquan from I Am Pizza on how he made not one, but 2 viral videos. He also shares with us how he built his vegan pizza operation, including how much it cost to build out and some of his favorite products for plant-based pizza. This is one episode you're not going to want to miss. Welcome back to the show, everybody. I am with an amazing guest today, Raquan from I Am Pizza. How you doing? Welcome to the show.
What's up, Brandon? I appreciate it. Happy to be here.
Cool. I'm happy you're here. I got a lot of fun questions for you today because you're doing some dope stuff. But before we get into those, I always like to kick the show off with this one question. There's no right or wrong answer. What's good dough?
What's good though? Good question. I would say I Am Pizza is good though, because you're gonna eat it to the end. Straight up. We want the whole dough to be devoured. So if you eat all of it, then you know it's good.
The biggest compliment to a chef is if you finish your pizza like all the way through.
Yeah.
No crust.
For real, I think it's important. The end crust don't get as much recognition as the bottom crust. So it wants to be eaten too. Besides that though, I am good as well.
I found you through this viral video that you had. You were doing a riff on a song that cursed out Papa John's. Take a look at I Am Pizza's Instagram linked in the show notes. But it is hilarious. And I want to talk about maybe your time in the media and entertainment industry, because I think that would be a good primer for folks. But I would also like to talk about how a viral video like that has impacted your business.
First off, I'm an 80s baby. So, I grew up with pretty much all the way up to high school before cell phones was a thing. And they still really wasn't a thing until I was in college. But that's where I started. My background in videography was in college. So long story short, by the time I graduated, I started shooting music videos. So I got deeper and deeper into it, starting my own business in 2004. So I stayed out in the clubs with my camera, connecting with people, and then taking those same connections and those pictures and videos on Facebook. It was like I was getting more clientele because they were seeing my work. So I knew I had to keep posting my work online. That was way back in the 2000s. So now it's oversaturated. So you have to change with it. Things have changed since then. You could Soulja Boy and blow up because not you might have done it the first time. Not everything is done 10,000 times before you get to it sometimes. You just stay consistent. That's what I do. I stay consistent. I have multiple pages for my artist, my music page, for I Am Pizza. Different platforms are good for different things. I got that from just from common sense, but also reading, what's his name? Jab, right hook. Gary V book. Yeah, and he helps. He breaks down like which social media may be good for certain things. So I was heavy on TikTok and I saw this video and I called my cousin and said, hey, look, tomorrow when we working, we're going to do a video. And no big deal. We just having fun. That's the main thing. You just got to have fun when it comes to social media, but you need to post because TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, any of these things can blow you up, but especially TikTok right now. So I made the video, put it on TikTok. It instantly was going viral and TikTok took it down. TikTok took it down. They was like, nah, you can't shine a day. And I appealed it. The appeal took about 30 minutes for them to overturn it. But by then it lost the momentum. So I was mad because I was like, yo, that was it on TikTok. You wake up to 1 million followers. So it didn't take off, but I had little viral moments with my music though. I go to fake Instagram and I uploaded there and wasn't even thinking about it at that point. It going viral and it went crazy. And I did it so good, people think it's my audio, and it's not my audio. Like it's me lipping it. Like I brought the energy with it. Yeah, that's not my audio. Like I just came in with the vibe and I said it so good. And like I said, we didn't even really rehearse. I rehearsed it a few times, get the words right. And then I end up telling Till, my cousin, I was like, oh yeah, act like you do what you're doing. And then say the little part in the back. And I just threw it up. And it just worked. It was just great timing.
Oh my God.
And it was just great timing. And people was like, yeah. And you know what? And it's also reason why it was great timing. And also a lot of plant-based people felt like I was like showing up for us. Like, yeah, y'all ain't gonna be talking mess about vegan food and vegan people. So it was kind of all the energy like in Big Court too. And it was like stumping on Big Court. Like, if y'all, like y'all, Papa John's, Little Caesars, Domino's, we the best. We the new kids on the block. We the best. So it gave out all that energy, and I think it was just great for us because we literally went from 100 and something followers to the next week having 10,000, and then we doing another video, and they helped push it up to 20,000. We did a Speak Up video. The Speak Up actually got a little viral too.
It did. Let me just comment that what you just said was so wholesome. I didn't know. I was like, why did your cousin kind of interrupt the video at the end? And I was like, I wonder if there was more to this video. And he just cut it right there. But it was actually recorded audio already. And you had your cousin acting that up. Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
And he almost wasn't even in it.
And then the message too, because better ingredients. Oh no, I'm so glad he was now. Now that I know that this was someone else's audio, I'm so glad it just makes the video so much better. So I didn't even know that it went viral on TikTok. I actually checked your TikTok and I was like, oh, his reach isn't as big. The video's reach wasn't as big, but now it makes sense. How many views did it get on TikTok?
Man, we had got up to like, I don't even, and I can't remember if I put it on, and I believe I did because I got a Raquan the Magi, my music page, and then I have the I Am Pizza. Oh. So I can't remember which one I believe I was under I Am Pizza because I try to keep those separate, but I promote I Am Pizza on Raquan the Magi. But I honestly remember seeing it like 9,000 views within the first hour. And for TikTok, I could tell it was about to go crazy. Like within the first 30 minutes or so, it was like 9,000. I mean, it was comment after comment, like back to back. They wasn't stopping. And I know I was like, this is it. And then it was taken down. I was like on TikTok ass, like, bro, I was in here. I know the whole block could hear me. I was pissed. I was like, bro, like y'all interfering with my business, with my life. Oh my God. So it did make me feel better that Instagram picked up the slack, but TikTok is where it's at though. So, but honestly, I ain't even gonna lie, that kind of like let out the air of my balloon, and I have not been giving TikTok my energy since then like that. I have been paying for the I Am Pizza. It's been on Instagram because I felt like that's what the reciprocity was. But I know I need to be on TikTok even more and harder than, since I already had a big following on Instagram. And to me, that ain't enough for me to stop on IG and let up either.
In an ideal world, you go hard on both, right? But It's really about, what your ambitions are and what resources you have at play. Going back to that one question I asked you, how has a viral video, and by the way, for the people listening, 3 million views on Instagram the last I checked. And your other one had, I think, over 1 million too. Step up. And then, like you said, you gained 20,000 followers. How has that helped your business, if at all?
So, tremendously. I didn't even get to fully like expressing that. I just talked about how it pretty much happened. But we went from 100 followers to 20,000. So, I did mention that, but not as far as how that following has helped, because a lot of people are all over the place, literally all around the world, that knows about I Am Pizza, but they're not in North Carolina. So it's like, okay, we know about you. Everybody like literally come here, come here, come here. So the great thing about it is if we ever pulled up in a lot of places, a lot of people already know about us. But the people who are close to us also caught wind of the video, and people from different like counties have been coming just to support me. Like, yo, I came from Raleigh, which is an hour and 15 minutes away, or hour to, you know, some change or whatever for some people to come get the pizza. A couple young ladies that came from Fayetteville, which is about an hour away, to come support. They actually all came at the same time, and I was like, yo, like, I appreciate this. Different events, different people just have like taken a little bit of a drive longer than they would to get some food, just to support me. So it's been beautiful. Like the fact that people literally here has been coming. They're like, yo, I saw your video, I had to try it. And I'm like, yo, that's crazy. Like off the video. So it start as a brand new business, just starting. If you ain't have no traction, the only people know about you is the people that know you on Facebook and happen to see you can have a business and have it for 10 years. And people like, oh, you do shirts, you know, like, oh, you make book bags. People like, yeah, I've been doing this for years, posting and everything. You know, people really don't be paying attention. You know what I'm saying? So you got to go viral to get their attention. Like, oh, I know him. I saw him. Yeah. See, people want to know that they know you once everybody start talking about you. So, you know, use that to your advantage. You know, don't be too cool for school. Be grateful that people are like spreading the word even more, because then they start sharing it because they, you know, you interacted with them in real life or online. So now they like, oh yeah, I know him. So then they sharing it. So it was a beautiful thing. Like, and then I put some money behind that bad boy, because you got to keep running it up. You got to be smart about it. You know, keep getting extended out to people who is not seeing it by chance. Make sure they see it now. Keep that momentum going. So that's how I use it to keep it going. Even if you just do $1 a day behind the video to keep that traction, that energy going off of our video, do that. You know, keep that traction coming. So now everybody kept asking about delivering pizzas. We are looking to start delivering pizzas this year to get it to all the people who can't get to us.
Sweet. I was hoping you would say that, because when you consider that your follower count has grown, but like you said, they're not in your immediate area. So what do? You get the pizza to them somehow. Frozen's the way, right?
Yes. And they kept saying it, and I was like, it's not even in my, I don't see it in my vision. I don't see it happening. And then one day, you know, we have hundreds and thousands of thoughts per day. So when the stream of thought came through, was like, well, if they want it, then why don't you give it to them? And I was like, you know what? Yeah. Because, you know, we're going into the slow season too. And I was like, yeah, you know, I don't want to deny people this pizza. And we can make money during this winter season a little bit more than we would, because we're not like, we're only doing events. We're not like setting up everyday type thing. We're only doing events. So we're not like out here booming, slanging pieces every day yet. You know, we're still figuring that out, and we don't want to keep we want every experience to be at its height, at its best. So we're going out and then learning from it and going back to the drawing board. So this was actually a great time for us to actually start in October.
Dude, that's really freaking smart. I don't know that I know people who have done that, actually, because I know a number of people who do food trucks, and they tell me how bad the winters are, especially, you know, in areas outside of California, where I'm from. And to take that time and energy to do something else, making pizzas in your truck, head down and shipping them off to somewhere, building up your inventory, dude, that makes sense. That's a good model. I love that.
Yeah. And I mean, that's the plan. But we don't have all of the equipment yet to do that. So if it was something that I planned a little earlier, I might have already had the equipment, but it wasn't in my vision. So that's another thing about, you know, any of your listeners out there is planning. If you can put that in your budget, think ahead as much as possible. Think ahead as much as possible and plan for that and be ready for it. If you can have it, then there you can go ahead. See, if I would have had that, I'm like, all right, like I said, we kind of slowed down, but I like it because when we got back in here the other day, we flowed even more. It was like a tornado hitting in here after we done, but everything looked good. We was like, man, we did that. Still learning, but the process is getting better, and hopefully we can, like I say, ship. We will be shipping this year. So if we don't get them by this winter, we'll have it by the end of the year, because springtime is going to be crazy. I'm looking to be booked every week for all the events that's coming in the spring and the summer, like, and doing our own events. Cause that's the whole part. Like, now this is the heart of the IM events. We come, like, me as an artist, I might perform, have other artists. Imagine the IM pizza truck in the middle of the situation. And it's literally, this is where the party's at from here out. You don't see other food trucks coming off like that. We're just a food truck over here serving. We're like, no, we are the vibe. This is where the soul is at, in the truck. It's food coming out here too. But this is something that a lot of people don't bring when they come with their food business. They just, oh, we're a food truck and we got a page. We're like, yo, and everybody just caught on quick to like, they felt the vibe. Like I said, it was that energy I put through that video, and it translated. And then people are like, oh, well, you can be yourself and be successful. Yes, that's very important. Very, very important, especially for any melanated or so-called black listeners, black and brown, to know that you can achieve whatever you want. You can make it happen. That's very important as well. Women, who feel like they can't do it. So, man, I'm experiencing it all out here. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to tell you, just put in the work and keep going, and you're going to make it happen. And it's going to be, and just keep putting in the work. Trust me, you're going to get there.
I love the vision and I love the energy. And I think that if anyone out there is looking to support this vision or energy, definitely talk to Raquan about it, because I know he's looking out for investors. I see it on your Instagram. And like, I want you to make your vision happen.
Well, I appreciate it, man. Yeah, I'm patient. I feel like I've had a family member invest, and that was beautiful because I wanted to create a family business, and it is at this point. My cousin works with me. You know what I'm saying? My family member invested a large lump sum. So it was surprising. I ain't gonna lie, but thankful. So even if more investors would just help make the vision come to life quicker, that's all it is. It's coming. Everything that it's going to become is coming regardless. Not having investors is not going to stop anything. Like, I won't have the frozen pieces now. If we had an investor come through, man, let's go. So when the ball really gets rolling, then that something figured out. Again, it ain't always money. I want people also to understand that. Don't just think of, oh, I gotta have money or I gotta have an investor to get something. You just need to see your vision, right? Know what you're trying to attain, and then just desire that. Because if you say, well, I always put money in the middle as the middleman, then you could be counting yourself out of attaining something. So you can literally say, man, we need a fridge. But if you like, oh man, I need this amount of money to get a fridge, you just say, I need a fridge. Somebody might say, hey, you know what? I'm clearing out the stores. I got this big fridge in here that's for a food truck. You want it? You be like, you playing with me. So, having that type of mindset.
Thank you, universe.
Yeah. So I'm open to investors still, because we're still in our growing stage, but I know that the right people come along and point me in the right direction too. So like I said, I'm grateful where we're at, man, because if I got to get it out the mud, I already had to get it out the mud to get it here. And we got out the mud. Now we got to push it fully out there and, and get the thing rolling.
Can you tell me a little bit about the cost for the build out and what kind of oven you got? Because that oven looks huge. I'm like, it's for anyone who hasn't seen, Raquan's pizza trailer, you should definitely check it out on Instagram. But it's a huge oven. Part of it is placed outside of the truck, but the truck itself looks huge. So maybe talk a little bit about like how much that costs if you can, and anything else that the audience might find interesting.
Yeah, everything was about $60,000, and that came with the 2 fridges, AC, heating unit, the 3 basin sink, the hand wash. I got a big serving window, small serving window, and of course, big baby oven, Forno Bravo. And they, that I believe that came from Cali. So I went with an all black one on the outside. And so I got some ideas for that.
It's clean.
It's I got some ideas for the all black. The wrapping, of course, like you said, when they go see it, they'll see the I Am Pizza big logo on there and the cosmic wrapping and everything like that. So it's all coming together.
The branding's on point, the artistry is on point. So I look forward to seeing what you do with that. The backside of the oven is basically a blank canvas.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm thinking of the future of what I can do to keep engagement with people. So I got some ideas where for everyday customers can engage with it. But as far as everything else goes with price, I mean, materials and everything. Of course, I had to get a separate truck because it's a trailer. So I had to pay for a truck. And everything else in here is like just guesstimating another 10,000 as far as getting materials that I needed. Another 10,000 for a truck. So I mean, close to 100,000, honestly. 90,000 at least.
Damn. Okay, cool. Well,
huge investment. Brand new though. Yeah, and everything brand new with insurance.
It looks clean in there. I will say that. It must feel good to just be able to say everything is touched first by me and I don't got to worry about like the problems of used materials.
Yeah. And that's, and if you can get something used, definitely, you know what I'm saying? If the condition is very good. I just was thinking of time I can get something built now and I know when I'll get it back rather than the searching and trying to find the right thing and doing all that, and I believe in myself. I took that risk because I know that's by not taking the time to do that, I'm going to pay for it, literally. So, and that was cool. I was cool with that. How
are the payments going off? I'm just curious. Or like the belief in yourself is one thing, but now that you're actually in it, is it harder than you anticipated? Is it just on track? The whole, finances, being able to pay that off? Like, what kind of feedback do you have for someone who hasn't made that jump yet?
It's going to be harder than you think, but that shouldn't stop you because the idea of this scared me. It still scares me sometimes because I know it's a lot of things that I haven't faced yet. You know what I mean? And I'm going to, but it's scary. But if your idea does not scare you, you're not dreaming big enough. That's beautiful. Appreciate it. Think of every possibility that can happen and prepare for it. And then try to get you a mentor. As many mentors that's in that type of business. A lot of people honestly reached out to me like to help in different ways. And I listened because even if you said something I already knew, you may, just the fact that you're helping me, I'm going to accept it. So just be prepared to work harder than you would if you was working for somebody else, because no one has to buy what you're offering. Give them a reason. Make them fall in love with what your idea, don't lose sight of that, because some days you be like, why am I doing this? I'm about to sell this. I've had those thoughts. Real talk, like, man, I'm gonna sell this. This is a great idea. Somebody will buy it.
Maybe talk to the audience about what you're selling. You kind of coined it vegan soul food on pizza, right?
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about what you're doing.
And yeah, I say vegan soul food because I feel like even though we're not like cooking like greens and things that you would think of when you think of soul food, it's pizza, but it starts with the people that's actually creating it and how they are. So we're putting soul into it, like the combination of flavors on our specialty pizzas. We got 7 specialty pizzas: the veggie, pineapple express, Carolina barbecue, margarita, pizza, Philly steak, and the taco fiesta. So each one of those were made in the mind of, We want people to have an amazing experience whenever they taste this pizza. That's what we're providing. And we're going to still continue to expand the menu. We just introduced calzones, but it's food that like we want people to be happy when they eat it. And it's a healthier alternative. That's what we wanted to provide. So it's vegan, it's soul food because of our intention, and that what and the intentions when you're making food goes into the food. People got to know that, no matter what, if it's meat or not, your intentions are going to the food. That's why they be like, bless the cook, no matter how they look. You know what I'm saying? Because hopefully they had a good day when they was working on whatever they was working on. So you making sure you put your energy on your food. So it was good energy. You put more good energy on it. And that's what we want. Everything here is about the vibe. People see us when we go live and everything like that. So they see us like having a good time while we creating these pizzas. And that's what we want people to realize, that it's an experience, not only through your taste buds, but all the senses, you know what I mean? Your eyes, your ears, and even the vibe here.
If you're feeling good as a cook and you put that good energy in, the people on the receiving end are going to feel it too. And that's the soul part. Straight
up. That's why it's vegan soul food. You feel me?
Can you give a piece of advice for someone who is looking to cook vegan food? On pizza specifically?
Well, some of the things we have is outsourced. That's the good thing about it. Until you figure things out, you can outsource, and that'll cut some time down. Like, I want to make my own vegan cheese, but I know how to make it, and I found something that was as good, if not better, so it could cut down my time on having to keep making the cheese and having that product stored. Find out what, for whatever you're doing, what would make sense. You can make it, but it's somebody else already making it, and it may be more cost efficient or less time consuming. So figure that out. If you, just like anything, if you never did it before, you're gonna have to keep practicing. The texture might not come out right. The flavor may come out right or not. So, and then you'll get it. And then you keep doing it and you'll perfect it. Like when I was in here making dough, was never making dough like this. I don't think I ever made dough before, and was in here messing up. I was like, yo, my dough all sticky. Like, what's going on? Like, his don't look sticky on YouTube. Why is mine looking like? And figuring out the ratios. And then now it's like, now I'm experimenting. I'm in experimenting stages. I'm doing different things, trying different flours and stuff. So you just got to keep going at it, looking at videos of other people doing it, and then putting your own spin to it.
Well, what's good is that you took the action first and committed, and then are learning how to improve day by day, versus some people who just get stuck trying to figure out the recipe and never really do anything with it. Maybe they stay baking at home, but deep inside they want to start that business.
And you can start from home too. I've seen people on YouTube talk about how they start their food businesses from home. You can have Uber Eats booming out your house.
There you go. Now, what you said was perfect, because if you're making a certain product, like if you're making your own pepperoni in store, there's just an easy example. It takes days to get that pepperoni ready. It takes storage, and sometimes you don't have all of that. So it's better to just buy your own pepperoni sometimes. The biggest thing with vegan pizza, vegan cheese. And I'm glad you kind of made that statement, like sometimes it's better to just buy. Do you have a product that you can recommend to our listeners today?
As far as the vegan cheese, I don't know if I can give away that secret just yet. They're gonna have to come and try it with me first, and then I'm gonna, cause you know what? Cause I had it was a toss up. But I will tell you the one that also is very good, and that is Beehive. Beehive got a cheese. They came in second of what I wanted to choose. So Beehive was good, and that's why I will give this. That is where I outsource all my pepperonis, my vegan toppings for the pizza though. Shout out to Beehive in Tennessee. You know what I'm saying? That's where I get them from. And shout out to my brother Mike True, who actually put me on that. Chef Mike, he out there in Tennessee.
I'll take that. Thank you for that. Thank you for sharing.
Oh, definitely.
I want to wrap with 2 questions. What is one mistake in pizza, business, or life that people should avoid?
You should avoid underestimating yourself. You don't have no room for doubt in life. When you making that pizza, you gotta know it's the best one. You gotta know it's the best move you're making. You had that thought for a reason. You had that idea for a reason. You put here for a reason, and it's not by mistake. You can't give up on it. You can't give up on it. Whatever you're set out to do. I feel like a lot of people just give up when it get hard. Life ain't meant to be easy. It's like a school. You're here to learn, and a lot of people want to just back away from it. Even when you take that step to get it, somebody probably putting their food truck up for sale because they doubting too much and they scared, and that pressure is getting to them. Man, that's when you about to become your best self. Keep going.
Raquan, you have been so gracious with your time. I want to give you the space. What do you want to leave the audience with today?
Man, brother, I'm grateful that you brought me on here today, to expose me to your crowd, bro. So I just want to use this time to give thanks to you, and everybody else who have supported us and shown us love, man. And it's what we got to do to help small businesses and stuff, and people who just get it, and I feel like you get it. And I'm glad you reached out to me, brother, and to reach out to your beautiful audience, man. So I'm thankful for y'all. I hope I helped y'all in any kind of way. And yeah, definitely can hit me up in social media and stuff to follow the journey.
Definitely. I'm going to be keeping an eye on this journey, and I hope you as a listener will too. Raquan, thank you so much for being on. I really appreciate you.
Thank you, brother.
And there you have it. My conversation with Raquan from I Am Pizza. He's so insightful, simple, and he's a man on a mission. As a quick reminder, do check out our socials so that you can stay up to date when there's a new episode. Don't forget to subscribe, rate and review, and share this podcast with a friend so that we can keep growing the show. I appreciate you. I love you. Till next time. Peace.